Hi everyone, welcome to our structural design class. Today we want to learn how to model and design 4-story building with lift compartment and reinforced concrete water tank slab using protastructure. My name is Engineer Ndifreke and I will be your host. Okay, we open to protastructure environment and we want to commence a new project, so we click on new project. So we type in the name of the project that we want to model, design of 4-story building. So we can add 2 to it. So we click on the relevant code, and in this case we are going to use Euro code. So we click on Euro code and we click on OK. Okay, the next thing you have to do is to click on your external reference drawing and you click on add. It will take you to where you have saved the design. So let me go to where I've saved the design. So this is where I've saved the design. Click on OK. So you click on this, then you click on import. It will take you to this place where you have to set your layers. So for the grid, I normally use the grid, this layer number, and for column I use this. Then for the wall I use this, and after you have selected that, you click on import. You click on close and you click on OK. So this is the external reference drawing. That is the DXF file that we have just export from AutoCAD to this environment. Let's remove this column first so that we can Okay, so this is the architectural drawing of the project. So we have a lift compartment here. So we have bar one sitting. So this is just the arrangement of the 4-story building hotel complex. So this is the ground floor. This is the first, second, third, and fourth floor. So we have already prepared our general arrangement. So let's place our beam. Let's place our beam. To place the beam is going to be 225 by 600. So you click on the beam. 225 by 600. This is where we will have the reinforced concrete water tank slab. This is the area that we are going to have the water tank slab. Okay, before we run the beam, let's insert this column. Let's insert this column. Let's look at it from the out. So this is the column. We don't want column in the middle of this. This is actually a restaurant. this is the restaurant, so we don't want any column at the middle of the restaurant, so that is why we have to increase the size of this column. So let's impute this column here. So this column will be, we are going to pick 825 by 300. 825 by 300. So here we push this. When we push this to this other side, so let's 112.5 now. So this will be minus, okay, so meaning that's not that. So here we have 112.5 minus minus 300 minus 225. Okay, minus 300. So you do the adjustment. Okay, so I think we have gotten that. Okay, so let's place this here. So in this case we will change this to positive. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we have been able to insert that column, so we can run a bit now. So we will insert this blue. This beam is 300 by 750. 300 by 750. Okay, so let's insert the reinforced concrete wall. So we go back to the general arrangement. Let's confirm. This is 225, but we are not going to use 225. We are going to use 250. So let's just get the center line of that. So from this wall to the center of this reinforced concrete wall, we have 1725. So let's also get this. Okay, so we have the same thing, 1725. So from here, we click on offsets, minus 1725. Okay, then the same thing is applicable here. Let me get this. Okay, so we have the same thing. So here again, we have 1725 because it is coming downward, so you have to put the minus sign. Okay, so from here to the right hand side, 1725. Okay, so to insert the concrete wall, we go to wall. So we are using 250, so we have the width of it is 250, then external center line is 12. So we click here. Oh, sorry, we didn't insert this, so sorry about that. Okay, so we insert this also. This should be 1725. Okay, 1725. So we click on the wall. We click here. So we click here again. Then we click here. Then we So there is an opening here. There is an opening here, so we have to effect that opening. So for us to effect the opening, you click on this wall. You click on the wall, you right click, go to open wall opening editor, you click on add. Click on add. So the width of the wall, the width of that door is, so let's get is 1.5. So the width is 1.5. So the width here is 1.5. Okay, 1.5. So height is 200. Okay, so this x will be 125. Okay, 125. Yes. Then the y here is 0. Y here is 0. Yes, I think we have been able to create that. Okay. So you click on OK. Okay, saying that opening outside of external wall or too close to bound. Okay, so the limit should be what, 200. So let's go with that. So we use 200 here. Use 200. Okay, the limit should be greater than 200. So let's use 250 here. Okay, in that case, let's reduce this to, this can be 120. Okay, so I think we are good to go now. Okay. So the next thing we will do is for us to insert our slab. Let's insert the slab. So you click on slab. So we are going to use 175 slab thickness. 175 slab thickness. So Prota has calculated the set weight of the slab automatically. So apart from the set weight, we have other additional load on the slab. So let's go into our slab design template. For those of us that have actually watched my previous video, I think I have taken time to explain the parameters of this template, so we will not really dwell much on it. So you can watch my previous video on design of solid slab. Okay, so here, this is what Prota has actually calculated, and we have, as I said, that we have other additional loads on the slab. So we have, for instance, we have the screeding here. We adopted 1.2. The reason we adopted 1.2, this is a hotel, so the floor finishes is always tiles. So when you look at the weight of tiles, you know that you need to produce something that is a bit higher. Then finishes, rendering and service, so we have 0.6. So let me explain how we have this 0.6 once again. So we go to Euro code 1, action on structures. So So let me quickly explain this, how we arrive at that 0.6. That's 0.6. Let me quickly do that. This is Euro code 1, action on structures. Okay, so okay, Annex 8. Annex 8. It has to do with table for nominal density of construction material and nominal density and angles of repose for store material. So table A1, construction material, concrete and mortar. Okay, so we have mortar, cement mortar. Now the density of cement mortar is between 19 to 23 kilonewton per meter cube. So when you look at here, we have finishes, and the finishes is likely going to be plastering. So we adopt the 13 mm thickness of plastering, and when you divide 13 by 1000, you have 0.013. Okay, so here the density of mortar is between 19 to 23. So what we are going to do right now, in order for us to derive at this 0.6, is because this 0.6 is not just an assumption, it has been derived. So just for us to multiply this by 23, so this is 23, density of mortar, density of mortar, density of mortar. Okay, so we multiply this by 23, and we have 0.299. so you can approximate this to 0.3. and also remember that the mortar here is going to be on one side, so the 13 mm thickness of plastering that we are considering on both sides. So in that case, we multiply this figure by 2, so this will give us 2 times this. So this is 0.56, which is approximately 0.6. so that is how we arrive at this 0.6. That's how we arrive at this 0.6. Then for the block work, we are using 225 block work. So the unit weight of 225 block work is 2.87. So when you add this up, we have 8.87. so since Prota has already calculated this, so we need to subtract it from the total dead load, which is our GK. So let's subtract it, this minus this, so this will give us 4.67. So we go back to Prota, so this place is 4.67. Okay, so that is the dead load. Then we go for imposed load. Now this structure is hotel complex. You can look at the arrangement of it. It is an hotel complex. So these are rooms. So these are rooms. These are rooms. Rooms. So it is an hotel complex. It's a restaurant. Okay. So because before we adopt the imposed load, we must know the intended use of that structure. We must know the intended use of the structure, because the magnitude of the imposed load depend on the intended use of the structure. So we go back to Euro code 1 that is responsible for action on structures. So this is the Euro code that you use to get the action on structures. So this, we go to table 6.1, table 6.1, table 6.1. This is table 6.3. Okay, table 6.1. So here we have categories of use, area for domestic businesses. So here we have area where people may congregate, with the exception of area defined under this. So here we have area with table, area with fixed seats, area in churches, theater and cinema rooms, lecture hall. Then C3, area with obstacle for moving businesses. C4, area with possible physical danger. Then let's go back to C. Let's go back to C. This is area with table, area in school, cave, restaurant, dining, reading rooms, reception, area with fixed seat, area in churches, theater or conference room, lecture. This area with obstacle for moving people, museum, exhibition, area in public and admission building, hotel. Okay, so this is where the intended use of our structure falls in. This is the category that it falls in, that is C3. So table 6.1 does not give us the magnitude of the load, but rather it is table 6.2 that does. So this project falls under category 3, C3. So let's get the magnitude of load, imposed load for the C3. So this is our C3. So between 3 to 5. So if you pick 3.5, you pick 4.0, you pick 4.5, you pick 5, it will still be okay. But it should not be less than this value, and it should not also be greater than this value, since we are designing for economy and safety. So we are going to pick 5 as our imposed load. We are going to pick 5 as our imposed load. So we come back to protastructure 5 as our imposed load. So we are done with that. So we begin to insert our slab. So let's insert our slab very quickly, so that we can just see how we can okay. So we have finished inserting the slab. So the next thing we will do now is to insert the wall load. You click on any of the beam, right click, you go to edit wall load, edit wall load. So here we have our wall load is 3.47. Wall load here is 3.47. I think in our previous video we have really taken time to explain this, but for the sake of those that will watch this video for the first time, so let's still go back to the design template so that we can know how we arrive at this. Remember that we have calculated our finishes to be 0.6, and we have also known that the unit weight of 225 blocks is 2.87. So when you add 2.87 to 0.6, you will have 3.47. So let's add this. So we have 3. So that is how we arrive at that 3.47. So the height of the floor is 3. Then we use 225. So click on OK. So the wall load has been inserted, but it is only on this view. So for us to duplicate that, okay, let's look at it in the 3D view for you to appreciate it. So this is just the wall load has been added. So we want to duplicate this wall load in all the area that has load. So let's switch back. So for us to do it, we just copy this, click on it, then right click, go to copy wall load. So when you copy wall load, you come to where you have B. Come to where you have B. Then you hold your shift key. Hold your shift key, then click on the last B. Then right click. Then you right click and click on paste. Paste copy view. Okay, so let's go back to our drawing and check where we don't have direct wall load. Okay, here we don't have a direct wall load, so we are going to remove this wall load from this point. We will remove it, I think. But then also here we don't have the direct wall load. Let's look at it. Okay, so when you look at this, slab. Okay, so let's go back. So here we delete this wall load out because the wall load is not there. So this will go. So delete. Okay, so that's part of it is that. I think every other here, this is this hole. this area. So we have wall load on it. So we have wall load. So we allow this wall load to remain. We allow this. Yes, we have this. So we allow it to remain. Okay. So let's quickly. So this also will go. So that will go. So the next thing we will do is for us to insert our story. Let's insert the story. So you click on story, you right click, go to insert story. Now if this story arrangement was the same, what I would have done here, I would have just insert 4, but since it is not the same, so what I'm going to do, so that because there are some slight changes in the second floor, so we are going to effect those changes. So I will just put story 2 here. We'll put story 2 and click OK. So you go back, click on story 1, then come to story, right click, go to generate, then your source story is 1, then your target story is 2, so you click on OK. Okay. So this is story 2. This is story 2. This is story 2. This is story 2. So we are going to do the adjustment that we have, because you can see that we have a balcony here, and we also have a balcony at this point. Then this, when you also check out, you see that there is a wall here on the upper floor. So we are going to effect these changes in our next video. So thank you very much for watching. So we shall continue in part 2, and I want to use this privilege to encourage those that have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel to do so by clicking on the subscribe button. And if you have any comment as regard to this, please don't fail to drop on the comment box. See you in part 2 of this video.